Hello everyone, welcome to Exampur and very warm welcome to all of you. Divya, Farida, Rinki, very good afternoon and please do join the session and please do share the session as much as possible. Alpana Singh, very good afternoon. Yes, today's class is going to only in English because yes, there is some changes, and you suddenly think that sir, what is happening right now? There is suddenly shift to English. They suddenly shift to bilingual. They suddenly shift to uh, Hindi as well or bilingual. So there is no specific reason. Vivek, very good afternoon. So today's topic is very important for your mains perspective because this topic is uh, very frequent in use and maybe in this time of prelim mains examination there may be a great chances to ask of from this topic. So the topic is about INS Vikrant, but here we do not discuss about what are the mechanism of the INS Vikrant, what are the other features, and what are the other minor features. Rather than we will be discussing in this session the all the facts and figures in mains perspective. That means INS Vikrant means what are the contribution to our Indian economy, as well as military field, or what are the implications, what are the challenges, and what are the loopholes, and what more can be done in this respect. Okay, so I think Pratiksha Kumari, very good afternoon. So first of all, how are you? I think you are doing well. After a long time, we have met. So let's start the session. But before start the session, uh, first of all, I will show you one thing. That is, those who still don't still download the application, please go and download the application from the Play Store. Just search Exampur. You will get the Exampur Sarkari Naukri Prep. Just install, register yourself, and then you can access all of the features which is given to you from this side. So this application basically, first thing, they have lots of features. For example, live paid courses, previous year questions with solution PDFs, regular test, subject wise test, and other features are there also. So you can also access as well. Okay. So let's start the topic. But yes, I am fine. And how are you, Pratiksha, Vivek, Nidhi, Alpana, Divya, Farida, Khatun? They will start with- Okay, no problem. Yes, I think we have started earlier. I think. Aditi Raj, very good afternoon. So let's start this session without any further delay. So the today's topic is INS Vikrant. Yes, this topic is very new to you, but for your mains perspective as well as your prelims perspective, this topic is very important. And for prelims perspective, what are the basic areas where the question may be asked, or for the mains perspective, what are the basic areas where the question may be asked. Okay, so the INS Vikrant, the contribution to the Indian economy, such type of questions may be asked, or what are the uh, milestone we India still achieved. This type of questions may be asked in your mains examination. Okay, if I am fast, then you please let me know, sir. Please, little bit you can slow down. So start. So any problem regarding? I think yes. So the today's topic is the INS Vikrant, and what you need to know about this. Okay, so INS Vikrant. I think let's see INS Vikrant. But one thing I just want to say that this is the reborn of INS Vikrant. Why I use the reborn? Reborn means you can just imagine that some person earlier have a born, and this time again reborn. Just we are witnessing. So INS Vikrant, that is the indigenous INS Vikrant. So why this time indigenous? We use the indigenous INS Vikrant, and earlier they are commissioned in the uh, navy, but this time, yes, this time a very big achievement from our side, and yes, definitely we can all of you, all of we you. This is the proud moment for all of you, and yes, this time because I think there are 6 nations, 6 countries which have INS, or we can say the INS facilities. For example, we have let's say the USA, UK, China, Russia, Italy, France. These already have INS, and we can use the aircraft carrier. Okay, aircraft carrier. So India, now this time India is the next one, that is we can use this thing, that is India is again proved this thing that yes, India is definitely on the queue on the developed nations or the strong military nations. Okay. Anil Gautam, very good afternoon. Loni, Noora Khan, Ruhi, yes. So let's start this session. So this time we have a indigenous Ines Vikrant. So earlier we have Ines Vikrant, but that Ines Vikrant which we had basically purchased from the UK, and next we have a INS Virat. So earlier we have a yes aircraft carrier, but earlier we have a INS Vikrant that is not indigenous, that is basically from the UK. We purchased from the UK, and the second one is INS Virat, that is not very popular, and third one is INS Vikramaditya, which we purchased from the Russian, or we can say Russia. Okay. So by 4 to 5 minutes हुए होंगे. Okay, no problem. So let's start this session. But before starting sessions, I just want to clear about that. First, let's say briefly take overview what we will be discussing in these sessions. So first thing, we will go through the basic. That means yes, we have such kind of aircraft carrier. So first we will deal with the basic. So first we will go to the basic. Okay, basics. That means Vicky Das, very good afternoon, and Shuhana Sheikh. Okay, so basics, and next, what are the significance of the INS Vikrant? Okay, so indigenous INS Vikrant, not only INS Vikrant, because we already have had INS Vikrant, but it decommissioned in 1997. But right now we have indigenous Vikrant, and today's in this time we have a 2 aircraft carrier, that is INS Vikramaditya, that is in the still in deportations, and second one is that is indigenous INS Vikrant. Okay, so we have a significance. And the next, what will be the issues or what will be the challenges associated with this the INS Vikrant? Okay, indigenous. I just indigenous. Okay, I just write in short. So significance, what are the challenges of India may face with respect to INS Vikrant, or with respect to our neighboring countries, for example China, for example Pakistan, for example other nations which have not a very good relation with us. Next we will deal with the what can be the way forward in this. So way forward, that means basically suggestions or measures. Okay, way forward, that's it. Okay, so every questions which may be asked in the your mains, UPSC mains, UPSC mains, or maybe UPPC's mains. So every questions have such kind of a dimension. maybe questions is asking to you about the significance, maybe question asking to you about the challenges, what are the measures for or the introduction and conclusion part. So introduction conclusion part, we basically you can use the data's facts or some quotes regarding this, but in this basic we just deal with some data's facts, figures, and some current uh, we can say current points regarding. So in the basic, you can get the introduction, you can get the ideas or get the data regarding that means you can use this data in your introduction as well as in the conclusion. So the basic significant challenges report. So let's start the first one. I think this is clear to all. I think this is clear to all. Yes, I am hoping just yes, this is clear to all. So first thing I just want to tell you. First thing I just write basic or in the basic, not this one. Basic. So first thing that is yes 10 minutes at Ruhi. Okay, so what are the INS, what are the INS stand for? INS stand for Indian Naval Ship. Okay, Indian Naval Ship, Indian Naval Ship, that is the I, that is the INS, that is the INS. And right now we have a two running INS, or we can say aircraft carrier, that is a Vikrant, which is recently inducted in the military or navy, in the navy. And second one is not watch because still this is in the running stage. So second one is Vikramaditya. Okay, so that is the first one, that is indigenous. When what are the conditions, what are the scenarios when we call the any aircraft carrier as indigenous? So first thing, first criteria, that is when 50% of the components or sub parts of the ship yards, which is basically made from indigenously, then that term we can use the term indigenous. That is the threshold limit, that is 51%. So in this time, good afternoon. Yesterday कोई और सर थे यहाँ पर. हाँ, yesterday कोई और सर थे यहाँ पर. आज एक्चुअली आप थोड़ा हिंदी से बात कर लीजिए. एक्चुअली क्या है कि एडिटोरियल की जो क्लास होती है ना, ये मेरे साइड से होती है. हाँ, कुछ दिन मेरी तबीयत अच्छी नहीं थी, तो कुछ दिन आपको सर कंटिन्यू किए होंगे, लेकिन कुछ दिन मेरी तबीयत अच्छी नहीं थी, तो आज जो है ना ये क्लासेस मेरे द्वारा रिज्यूम की जा रही है ना. तो पहले ये क्लास जो है ना कुछ दिन के लिए मेरी तबीयत अच्छी नहीं थी, इसलिए दूसरे सब थे, लेकिन अब ये जो क्लास मेरी तरफ से किया जा रहा है तो वो मेरी तरफ से कंटिन्यू होगा. ठीक है चीकू, सही है? ठीक है, चलिए, कुछ दिक्कत होगा आप पूछ सकते, डाउट है ना. तो हमें लगता है कि पूरा हिंदी से ले चले, क्या लगता है? हिंदी से कर दे. Okay, so I think you are comfort na English. I think Chiku, Ruchika, and those who are new one in my session, I think you are comfort in, I think in understanding, for understanding level, I think you are comfort. And if you have any doubt, please let me know. Yes sir, I have a doubt regarding the understanding, regarding the very difficult vocabs or keywords. So definitely we will find another way to express. रचना दहिया सर बायलिंगुअल ही रखिए. कंप्लेन कभी इंग्लिश कभी हिंदी, ये गलत है मेरे साथ साथ ही देना. मतलब आप कहना चाह रहे कि इसे बायलिंगुअल रखा जाए. आप एक बार ये बताइए कि बायलिंगुअल सही है ना, आई थिंक कि बायलिंगुअल सही है, हमें भी कंफर्ट लगता है, लेकिन क्या करें। एक बार आप लोग यहाँ पर जितने लोग हैं ना, एक बार सपोर्ट कर देंगे ना कि यस, कि बायलिंगुअल लिख के एक बार लिख दीजिए ना पूरा, ताकि मेरे पास एक प्रूफ रहेगा कि यस बायलिंगुअल ही सही है। एक बार सब लोग लिख देंगे ना, तो मेरे ख्याल से ना, मतलब मेरे पास एक बोल सकते हैं ना, कि बोल सकते हैं कि यस, कि सारा जो वोट्स है ना, ये बायलिंगुअल की तरफ जा रहा है, ओनली इंग्लिश तो हमें दोनों यूज करना पड़ेगा लगता है। क्या होता है ना कि अगर आप ये क्लासेस देखते हैं तो आपके लिए दो बेनिफिट हो सकता है, मतलब ठीक है, हम समझ सकते हैं आप लोग की जो तकलीफ है, लेकिन एक चीज बताना चाहते हैं कि अगर आप इसको कंटिन्यू करते हैं इंग्लिश में ही, तो इसमें ना आपकी ना इंग्लिश भी इम्प्रूव होगी, है ना, इंग्लिश भी इम्प्रूव होगी। और आई जस्ट कीप माई सेल्फ और कीप द लैंग्वेज एज सिंपल एज पॉसिबल, क्योंकि हम चाहते हैं कि अपना जो लैंग्वेज है ना, जितना सिंपल हो सके, जितना आसान हो सके, हम रखने की कोशिश करते हैं, ताकि आपको दिक्कत नहीं हो, है ना। और हमें और ये पूरा विश्वास है, और हमें बोलना पड़ रहा है, क्या करें। लेकिन ये चीजें मतलब ऑटोमेटिक नहीं होती है कि अचानक हमने इंग्लिश कर दिया, अचानक हमने हिंदी कर दिया। मेरी इच्छा करें तो मेरा इच्छा मतलब वो चीज में खुश होती है जो चीज मतलब आप लोग चाहते हैं, ठीक है। लेकिन ये भी नहीं चाहते किसी एक पर्सन का भी मतलब जो इंटरेस्ट है उनको भी हर्ट किया जाए, तो हम सबका चाहते हैं। तो जो लोग खासकर इंग्लिश मीडियम को प्रीफर कर रहे हैं, इंग्लिश मीडियम में जो लोग देना चाहते हैं, तो आपके लिए देखिए हर नेगेटिव चीज में ना, ठीक है, आप मान चलिए कि चीज कहीं कहीं नेगेटिव चीजें हो रही है, ठीक है, कुछ चीजें, लेकिन आप हर नेगेटिव पॉजिटिव सर्च करने की कोशिश कीजिए। मतलब ये चीजें देखिए मेरे साथ जब होती है कुछ चीजें ना, गलत चीजें ना, तो वहां पर हम पॉजिटिव निकालने की कोशिश करते हैं, और ये चीजें होनी चाहिए हर नेगेटिव में। यस, तो ये चीज ना आप ये सोचिए कि आपकी यहाँ पर अगर इंग्लिश थोड़ी सी वीक भी है ना, आप यहाँ इंग्लिश सही कर सकते हैं। फ्री की यहाँ पर स्पोकन इंग्लिश से क्लासेस चल जाएगी, कुछ कंटेंट डेवलप हो जाएगा। तो इंग्लिश से रखते हैं मतलब, चलिए मतलब इसलिए क्योंकि बस बाकी चीजें छोड़ दीजिए, ठीक है, बस इतना ही सोचिए कि आप नेगेटिव पॉजिटिव निकालिए, बस हर नेगेटिव पॉजिटिव निकालिए, हम इतना ही कर सकते हैं। इस प्लेटफॉर्म में, ओपन प्लेटफॉर्म में, सोशल मतलब बोल सकते हैं कि ये ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म जहाँ पर सब लोग देख सकते हैं ना, तो वहां पर हम सब कुछ नहीं बोल सकते हैं, लेकिन इतना बोलेंगे कि हर नेगेटिव में पॉजिटिव निकालना, ये एक यूपीएससी एस्पायरेंट की होनी चाहिए, मतलब ये एक प्रॉपर्टी होनी चाहिए, एक गुण होना चाहिए आपके अंदर। कोई दिक्कत नहीं है ना, मतलब हर मतलब मेरे हिसाब से सक्सेस वही होता है ना कि जो हर परिस्थिति में ना अपने आप को ढाल लेता है, हर मुश्किल के लिए, हर परिस्थिति के लिए वो अपने आप को मतलब अपने आप को रेडी रखता है कि यस, कि अपने आप को इतना रेडी है कि कोई भी तरह सिचुएशन आए, कोई नेगेटिव सिचुएशन या पॉजिटिव जब भी आए, कुछ भी आए, अपने आप को रेडी रखते हैं हर चीज को फेस करने के लिए। ये जो स्पिरिट है ना होनी चाहिए, ठीक है। देन आई विल कंटिन्यू इन माई लैंग्वेज। सो okay, so let's continue my session in English. इंग्लिश ही था, पूछे क्यों इंग्लिश ही था, पूछे क्यों एक्चुअली चीकू एक चीज बस ये लाइन हम हिंदी में बोलना चाहता आपको, कि आपको ये इंश्योर दिलवाते हैं, मतलब आपको ये विश्वास दिलाते हैं कि आप ज्यादा नहीं, 14 डेज है ना, 14 डेज बहुत बड़ा दिन नहीं होता है, तो 14 डेज यानी कि 2 वीक, 2 वीक अगर आप मेरे इस लेक्चर को एक एक घंटे भी देखते हैं ना, एक एक घंटे ज्यादा नहीं, तो इसमें आप छोड़ दीजिए कि आप यूपीएससी की तैयारी करें, आप ये सोचिए कि आपका जो इंग्लिश है ना, इंग्लिश यकीन मानिए कि 14 डेज में आपका आज के कंपेयर में बहुत अच्छा हो जाएगा। ये 14 डेज की बात कर रहे हैं, और 40 डेज की बात करें, 4040, तो उसमें आपका और भी इंप्रूव हो जाएगा। तो यकीन मानिए, थोड़ा सा विश्वास अपने ऊपर भी और मेरे ऊपर कीजिए कि आपका इंग्लिश सही हो जाएगा। कंटेंट तो मिल ही रहा है, और जो हम कंटेंट यहाँ लिखते हैं ना, आपको डिट्टो एग्जाम में आप रैंक 1 को निकालिए, रैंक 1 के टॉपर्स को बीच में निकालिए, रैंक 2, रैंक 3, शुभम कुमार जो बिहार में टॉप किया तो उसको रैंक 1 में निकालिए, ठीक है। और देखिए वो लोग लिखते कैसे हैं, आपको कंटेंट इससे मिलेंगे, करंट बेस्ड मिल जाते हैं। चलिए इतना ही बोलेंगे, और अब रिक्वेस्ट ही कर सकते हैं, ठीक है। ओके, सो फाइन, सो लेट्स कंटिन्यू माय सेशन। So Indian naval ship INS Vikrant, that is the indigenous INS Vikrant, this time And 2022, this is the time when this was inducted in the Navy. Okay. Now, this is the indigenous. Okay. Indigenous, that means we just use this one. Indigenous. That means which is developed in our domestic territory, or this time 76% of the components or the subparts of the shipyard, which is basically constructed in indigenously. So this is a very great percentage, that is 76%. This percentage you can use for mains examinations, or maybe prelims this time can be asked, maybe 2023. So indigenous, first thing that is the second one is INS Vikramaditya. INS Vikramaditya. This is basically purchased चीकू, आप हमसे संपर्क कर सकते हैं, ठीक है। अब यहाँ पर चीजें कुछ हम बता नहीं सकते हैं, यही बोलेंगे। कुछ चीजें आप मेरी भी समझिए, कुछ चीजें मजबूरी मेरी भी समझिए। अगर आप पर्सनली अगर हमसे संपर्क करते हैं तो आपसे हम कुछ चीजें शेयर कर सकते हैं, बस यहाँ पर हम कुछ ज्यादा नहीं पूछ सकते, ठीक है। INS विक्रमादित्य, ये जो है ना, सॉरी फिर से, INS विक्रमादित्य, दैट इज द सेकंड, which means we can say that is a aircraft carrier which we purchased from the Russia. So this time, so what are the time period? This is I think not exact, I can remember 2012, I think 2012 or 2014. This was the time when this was inducted in the Navy. So it doesn't matter, but you have to know about that. Yes, this is my second INS aircraft carrier. Why we used the second? Because first is INS Vikrant. This is INS Vikrant indigenously, but we have a, I just want to mention one thing. This INS Vikrant, that is the first one, which basically India purchased from the UK in 1957, and 1957, after 10 years, I think this is the 1967 or 68 around. So this was commissioned, and the induction time was I think after 1 or 2 years. And this INS Vikrant basically played a very great role in the war of 1971, that is the liberation of Bangladesh. That was the time when INS Vikrant, not Vikramaditya, because Vikramaditya, that is the latest one which India purchased from the Russia. But INS Vikrant, that is that played a very big role in the multiple wars. But the one that is very popular, that is the liberation of Bangladesh, or that is, we can simply say 1971 war. Okay, so this was basically purchased from the UK, that is the Britain, INS Vikrant. And 1997, that is the time when this was the decommissioned. That means we can say that the aircraft carrier, we cannot able to use this as this is in the Navy. So that is the decommissioned. Okay, so when it was the decommissioned, then the various components or the parts of the ships which is just, we can say, destroyed in that time. And so this is the memory only. Okay, and yes, definitely this is the first one, INS aircraft carrier, which basically we purchased from the UK. This is the second one which purchased from Russia. And next we have INS Vikrant, that is indigenously developed in India. So this is basically developed in the Cochin shipyard. Cochin shipyard, that is a very big shipyard in our nation, in our country. So that is doesn't important, because your prelims such kind of question cannot be asked. But your mains perspective, still this is not important, but in your mains perspective, you can just use what are the significance. Okay, we have Ines Vikrant, but what are the significance, what are the benefits, or what India can what India can tap the positive things from the Ines Vikrant. So that is the things which mains, which the UPSC mains, which is asked to you. So that is the first thing. Now, I just discussed about India, this time the seventh nation. Some videos I just have seen in the last couple of days. So some faculties are just talking about this is the seventh nation. India is sixth nations. India is sixth nation, which is basically developed indigenously the aircraft carrier. But the right answer is the seventh. India is the seventh nation. So India is the seventh nation. Seventh nation. Chiku, I think you are, as far as I can remember, I think your post, sorry, your yes, your earlier name was, I think I just remember, I just guess that Priyanka or cute beauty, something like, I think, because okay, Chiku, this time I will definitely try to keep myself or to take the class in English. Don't worry. But I think you have to find every positive things in every instances or every negative things. Okay, so don't worry. So India is the seventh nation. So what are the six nations? So what are the names of the six nations? Yes, this is maybe important for your main prelims perspective, because such kind of questions may be asked that yes, we have some type of question that is which is what are the nations which do not have a indigenous aircraft carrier, and you have some options regarding some countries, and again you have options like only A, only 1 2 3, only 1 2 3 4 5, such kind of options you have. So this kind of question may be asked in your prelims examination, but so that's why it become important. Yes, you have to just go through it, not you can just remember that yes, this is the name and I have to remember one by one. That is not but yes, US, UK, and China, Russia, that is the very definitely this nations can include and can have the indigenous aircraft. But what are the other nations which developed the indigenous aircraft carrier? So yes, the sixth nation. Sixth nation was the US, UK, Russia. That is definitely Russia, and China, France, and Italy. France and Italy. Okay. So are you getting my point? Yes, definitely. Now move on the next one, that is the significance. What are the significance of the Ines Vikrant? This time we have indigenously. So what are the significance of indigenously Ines Vikrant? So now move on the next thing, that is this is your basic point. Okay, you can use this data facts in your introduction as well as in conclusion. But in the conclusion part, we have we have a lack of data, because in conclusion you must be optimistic in nature or futuristic in nature. But here we do not have any futuristic data or points. So these points you can only use in your introduction part. Okay, fine. So now move on the significance part. Okay. So I write this one. Significance. Significance and yes. Now first thing, a very great concept, a very important concept, that is the blue water policy. What is blue water policy? Not policy, sorry. Blue water force. Blue water force. What is blue water force? Basically, blue water force, that is a concept which basically when we use this concept, that means we have a power, we have a strength, to reach out distance places in the ocean. Are you getting my point? Are you understanding? Suppose India have a territory, okay? India have territory, and India have now, in this time when India developed the indigenous Chinese Vikrant, India have power to reach out the more and more distance in the ocean region. India can monitor the very great distance in the ocean region. India can control the ocean part, okay, ocean part. It may be Bay of Bengal, it may be Arabian Sea, it may be what we call, what is the south one, that is Bay of Bengal, Arabian Sea, that is the last one, that is south in the Mahasagar, Indian Ocean. Yes. So if you talk about significance, then first thing just come to my mind, that is the blue water force. Means India developed the capacity to reach out more distances in the ocean region. India right now, we have more power. India have a more strength with respect to the aircraft carrier, because very few countries, you can already just saw the last slide, the sixth nation, the sixth country which developed the aircraft carrier, but this time India is the second, India the seventh one. So blue water force, that means India, this basically gives the more strength, more power to India, that more naval power to India, that India can reach out the more places in with a due respect to the ocean region. Okay, that is the blue water force. So you can directly use these terms, this point in your mains examination, because in the mains examination definitely you have to write, but it doesn't means what here. Yes. So it doesn't means yes. In the mains examinations, it doesn't means you just write and write something. You have to focus on your presentation. You have to focus on your structure. You have to focus on your what you are writing in your mains examination. You have to focus on the content as well as the other value addition points. For example, latest examples, latest data, latest something which you can use in your mains examination. So that is the other factor. Blue water force, that is the one thing. First, next significance, that is the indigenous. Indigenous, that is indigenous is itself, that is the other. We can say that that is the other significance. Means indigenous means being indigenous. That is one important significance. Okay, if we cannot use the indigenous, that is another part. But indigenous is itself one significance of the Chinese Vikrant. So we can use the term indigenous aircraft carrier. Okay. Next one is the security perspective. For the security perspective, for marine security perspective, maritime, we can use the term maritime security perspective. Maritime securities. This INS, this indigenous INS Vikrant, is very very important for your for in the terms of significance. So the maritime securities. Next one is indigenous aircraft. That is indigenous is itself a very important significance of the INS Vikrant. And the blue water force. Yes, the blue water force. I think you have heard this term in first time. It may be, but you can definitely you have heard about the blue water policy. And anyone can say what is the blue water policy in the history, or when the Britishers, when the Europeans came to India, then that time a new terms which was originated in that time, blue water policy. So what is the blue water policy? In briefly, you can explain. Otherwise, you can escape. So this is the third one, last one. That is a very important significance of this. Now India has a strength. Now India has a power to control, to monitor the ocean region to ocean region. It may be the Bengal, it may be Indian Mahasagar, or we can say Indian Ocean. It may be Arabian Sea. So it basically gives the strength of power. Strength of power. So that is the fourth significance. Now move on to the next. That is what are the challenges which India can face, which is associated in the INS Vikrant, or which is associated in the other challenges which India can face. Okay, just a second. Now move on the next. That is the challenges, or what are the issues. What are the issues? What are the issues? Okay, so first challenges or issues, that is China's assertiveness or China's aggression. That is a very big issue towards India. That is the Chinese aggressiveness or Chinese aggression. That is a very big challenge. Okay. Next one is the subsystem and the component issues. What are the subsystems, component issues? For example, yes, India have definitely 76% of the parts which is basically developed indigenously. But what about in that time when suppose the INS Vikrant go to the servicing, or when something the damage can face, in that time we use the term that is a float, and the next one is the move, and the last one is fight. This is the three term which we can use in that time when any ship yard or any aircraft carrier face the damage. In that time we use the term the float, move, or fight. Float, move, or fight. Okay, so this is very and this term, it can be new from your side, but yes, definitely you can use this term in your mains examination. You cannot get good marks or great marks with simple writings, but definitely you use the what the other factors, what are the other things which make difference from the others, because definitely many of the aspirants which which are just writing in the mains examination all have or little bit similar content or fonts, but what makes difference, the from the others. That is a very big point. That means we can just say that you can just effort extra. What is the extra? That is the extra efforts. You can get extra marks. Okay, so extra, that is means always you have to do extra in the every field. So that's why we give you yes, you can use the term, that is you can be a extraordinary person when you efforts extra and implement the extra terms, points and facts and figures. Okay, so Chinese aggression. Next one is the subsystem and the component. But this is the point. But you can substantiate your point in this point, that is a float, move and flight. Okay, float, move and flight. So this is the term which you can use in this point. These three terms you can use, or we can use these three terms when the aircraft carrier faced the damage, and suppose any aircraft carrier faced damage. What are the time periods to recover from the damage? That is the time period, or what the time period is to take to recover from all the circumstances. So this time period, in this time period, we can use the term float, move, flight. So float, move, flight, we use these terms in that situation when the aircraft carrier faced damage. Okay, I hope this point is clear to all. Next point, that is very important again, the coast time. Cost time. One thing, what is coast? That is means the border area of the sea, ocean region. Next one is the coast, only COST. COS, that is the coastal region, that is, you can just read it. So the coast in time, coast of the INS Vikrant, the time taken, the coast and time concerns. Because you have already heard about that in the INS Vikrant, when it was purchased from the UK, after 10 years it was commissioned in the Navy. So this time period of 10 years, what because in this time period, India just in that time India was just testing that yes, shipyard or aircraft carrier is basically fine or good or not in a practical manner. So in this time also, 2021 is that was the time when the INS Vikrant indigenous, that is the time tested period in that time. So 2022, that is the inducted period. So time when we use the test of any aircraft carrier, that is a very time taken, or we can say it takes a very long time, because if suppose testing is taken away 10 years, that means it's a very costly, again costly, that is definitely, yes, costly, definitely, but time concerns, this is a very another concern, because costly in this time indigenous concern, I think $2,000 billion, I think the cost is for the INS Vikrant indigenous, but the time taken, that is also very big concerns. So cost and time concerns, that is the next issues. Next one is the outdated submarines. Basically, India have right now we have 2 submarines. Okay, sorry, not 2 submarines. I think maybe I think INS Vikramit or Vikram. So India still have submarines, that is, we can say, which just we have 2 types of submarines, that is a conventional, and second one is nuclear submarine. Still India have not any nuclear submarine. Yes, India is trying to develop the indigenous nuclear submarines, that is INS Chakra. Okay, so that is another part, because but submarines, that is which basically always keep beyond the water surface water. So this is another issues. So we can use the term that is a uh, outdated outdated submarines. Okay, that is a very big concerns, and when there are concerns, because recently we have witnessed that is a 15 conventional submarines which is recently deployed in the navy. 15, 15, not 5015. So 15 conventional. What are the conventional submarines? Need to come out the ocean surface, because the CO2 generated in the underwater. So every 24 to 48 hours, the submarine needs to come out from the ocean surface. So that is a very big concern, because because for the security concerns, if submarines in the regular period of time come out on the ocean surface, then definitely the enemy countries can easily detect the submarines. So that is a very big concern. But in the nuclear submarines, there is no any other issues regarding the some particular time period. The submarines come out for the releasing of the CO2. So in the nuclear submarine, yes, there is no any concerns, but India still have not any indigenous nuclear submarine. Not, I'm using indigenous. Okay, yes, still we have, but not indigenous. So outdated submarines, that is a very big issue. Another a very big issues. Okay, so fine. So yes, are you getting my point? And these things are clear to all. Yes. Next, move forward and move on the next part, that is a way forward. What will be the way forward? That is, we have again 4 points with these issues. Yes, definitely these topics you can just relate to the science and tech part, as well as the IR part, international relation part. So one thing, but if you have a just content, then you can just correlate these keywords, facts, content with another one. So connectivity, you have to. This is a very big. We can say the things you can just apply in your mains exams, or your uh, or while in the journey of the preparation. So next one is the way forward. What will be the way forward? So way forward. The first, what will be the measures? What will be measures? Yes, definitely we have a loopholes, we have a lacunas in the some part of the INS Vedant, of development of the INS Vedant. But definitely we will have a measures or the way forward with respect to the INS Vikrant, or with respect to indigenously developed INS Vikrant. So the first one is technological advancement. India more needs to be done in the field of the technological advancement. So first keywords I just want to mention here: the technological technological advancement. Advancement. It may be huge, means for example, just in INS Vikrant, more technological advances we can use, for example, machine learning, artificial intelligence. This technology India can also use or implicit in this technology. So yes, definitely MI, ML, machine learning, AI, that is also part of it. Next one is, that is a yes. In INS Vikrant, we have helicopters, we have aircraft carriers, which India can deploy in INS Vikrant during war time. But what about the biological weapons? What about the biofuels? Okay, because this very great and big size of the INS Vikrant consumes a great fuel. Okay, but what about the fuels? What about the biofuels, solar fuels, maybe? So there is some provisions regarding the biological weapons which is associated in the INS Vikrant. So yes, definitely, or we can use the biofuel and the biological weapons. These are the two keywords which we can use, or which we can take measures with respect to this one. So the next one is the self-reliance. Yes, definitely India developed this INS Vikrant 76% indigenously, but more needs to be done. That is, it may be 90%, it may be 100%. So self-reliant is more important. Self-reliant is more important. That is the next point. Fourth one. That is the yes. Fourth one, that is the mm, infrastructure, shipyard infrastructure. What is shipyard infrastructure? Shipyard infrastructure, that is basically in the form of which basically uh, gives you high productivities, or the maintain the quality. What are the components which is basically used in this INS Vikrant? So shipyard infrastructure, that is the next one. That is, we can say, yes, this is a M machine learning, machine learning and artificial intelligence. मतलब हम लोग कहते हैं ना कि मशीन लर्निंग और आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस, ये हम लोग साइंस एंड टेक में यूज करते हैं, लेकिन हम लोग यहाँ भी यूज कर सकते हैं, एयरक्राफ्ट कैरियर में भी यूज कर सकते हैं। इसका हम लोग यहाँ पे यूज करें तो मे बी जो प्रोडक्टिविटी है INS विक्रांत का, तो और भी इसका जो प्रोडक्टिविटी है वो बढ़ जाएगा, है। तो इसके लिए हम लोग यूज कर सकते हैं इस चीज को, ठीक है। तो हिंदी बात है, थोड़े बहुत हिंदी बोल देते, चलिए कोई नहीं। विशाल गुर्जर, राम राम गुरुदेव, very good afternoon and Ram Ram. Okay, now move on the next. That is very important points. India can play a role in the ocean or in the Pacific region. That is, and yes, definitely become a guarantor of the peace and stability. So yes, definitely India can play a role as a guarantor to establish peace and stability in the Indo-Pacific region. So I just want to write the keywords. That is, yes, guarantor of peace and stability. Peace and stability. Okay, fine. So this is the next one. Now, one thing that you can also mention in the way forward. Yes, we have another option. That is, maybe why we developed the INS Vikrant, or such kind of, we purchased the INS Vikrant, because it is just kind of movable island. What is movable island? Definitely you heard about the island, means Dweep. Yes, those island which can move in the ocean. Definitely this is a very big aircraft carrier which is very big in size. So just like the island. So why not India can find the another option to develop a artificial island? Yes, it may be another option. So yes, in the way forward, you can just write India can also find out the alternative options of the entire career. Yes, definitely we can save our fuel because to move the a very big size of aircraft carrier, we need a very great fuel, and we need a very we can say the uh, persons, the personal which employed in this Vikrant, INS Vikrant. So we can save lots of monies, fuel, and other things also. So that is a yes, we have a option. Yes. We have a INS artificial India can develop. Yes, this is another option. Artificial island. Artificial island. That is another option. Okay. So this is the last one. I hope you have no doubt regarding this topic. So next session for the NCERT session. So please do again join for these sessions. So I think everything is clear to all, and let's meet in the next session in the NCERT session. So okay. So don't go any here and there. Just jump into the other session and okay. Thank you so much to Divya, Aditi, Vishal, Anil, Gautam. Thank you so much. And I think you have no any doubt because I just keep myself as simple as possible as my content. Thank you so much, Vivek, Anil, Gautam.